everyone, so today I made a quick store cupboard soup. These are the ingredients. You can pause that and write those down. First of all, we're just going to chop up our squash. These are just 2 squash that I had laying around, left over from last autumn and from a veg box. So I just chopped them up and scooped up the seeds. But you could use butternut squash, you could use pumpkin, whatever you have. So here I'm just chopping them up into small chunks. I left the skin on and took them out the skins once they were cooked because I just found that easier. So about 300 grams of squash, chop it all up, chuck it on a baking tray, drizzle it with oil, add some salt and some pepper, and then pop it in the oven on low for, I think I ended up cooking mine for about 45 minutes to an hour, just until they're soft, and you can easily sort of mush them with a fork. And then I'm chopping up some ginger. You'd need about an inch of ginger, sort of grated or finely chopped. I cheated and used the lazy ginger out of a jar, only a little bit because it's quite strong. Heated up some oil in a pan, added the ginger and the garlic to the pan. Again, I cheated and used lazy garlic, but you can use fresh. Added the chilli flakes, and then we're just going to fry those ingredients off just for a couple of minutes. And here's some cooking ASMR for you. Add the lentils into the pan. And again, just give that a stir around, cook that just for a couple of minutes just to warm it all through and get all those flavours mixing up together. And then we add the stock, about 1.5 litres. And then you want to bring that to the boil and then reduce it down to a simmer. And you want to simmer that for about 10 minutes. Smells good. So as you can see, it's thickened up nicely. So then at this point I added in the squash and let that simmer for about another 5 minutes with the squash in there. Give it a taste test at this point, check if you need to add any more seasoning, any salt or pepper. Mine was pretty good, so I left it as it was. And then I just poured all of that into my Ninja blender. If you don't have one of these, that's fine, use a stick blender in the pan, that'll work just as well. I made mine completely smooth, but you can leave it a little bit chunky if you prefer it that way. Just blend it up. Now at this point I taste tested it again and mine was a little thick. As you can see here, it's more puree than soup. So what I did was I added it back to the pan with just a little bit more stock. And then heated it back through, and then it was ready to serve. I just had mine with some bread and butter, a little bit of black pepper on top, and it was absolutely delicious. Perfect for coming home from a nice windy, chilly dog walk. Nice and warming. The other thing you could do is you could add coconut milk at the end, just stir that through at the end of the cooking process just to make it creamy. You could add some cumin, some coriander, give it more of a curry flavour. But it's super easy, super cheap, and really delicious and healthy. I hope you all enjoyed this recipe. I'll see you all soon.